Hello. Today I get to open up some Star Wars Unlimited. Spark Rebellion. I've had some, well, really, a lot of fun with the game. It's a really cool game system. And managed to snag an extra pre-release kit, and figured it'd be fun to crack it open and then try to build a decent enough sealed deck on stream. So, hello, Kenny. How are you, buddy? Have you got into this at all yet? Have you done a test game, Kenny? Because all of the Destiny crew up here has already gotten into it. Except for Justin. Justin is our one holdout, but we'll get him sooner or later. Fancy shiny cards, and probably some of the more viable leaders for the pre-release, in my opinion. Vader has a really nice tempo that he can go with. Alright, 6 packs. Yeah. I was not around to experience the pains of Destiny, but this one is already at least starting out on a much better foot. As we pull a Leia. If nothing else, they have product available. Things seem to be going well in that regard. Alright. Alright, so we've already got some nice Empire stuff, which makes me think of Vader. An extended Agent Callus, which is real cool. Jedi lightsaber, also nice. And a foil takedown, so green and blue both getting some legs. And nothing particularly fancy for the uncommons. But getting some early Sentinels are real nice. Especially if you go Vader, because a lot of the strategy there is you just hold out until you get Vader. Vader equalizes the board state, and you just go on to win. Got a Sabine, which is one of the other extremely successful leaders for Sealed, and just kind of in general. Cargo, Juggernaut, Sentinel, Lothal Insurgent. We are getting quite a few heroic cards. Bamboozle, which, funnily enough, because you don't need to be either in Cunning or heroic to play this because you can just discard another scum card or cunning, and you get it for free, kind of. That said, highly recommend at least playing within yellow or cunning so that you have other yellow cards that aren't just wasted there, but handy to have. Attack pattern delta, force throw, which again leaning toward the Vader. A legendary, which is great with black 1, but nothing else red white yet, so that doesn't seem particularly viable at this moment, but we'll keep digging. So we either have a lightsaber for Luke already, or we have red Vader looking pretty good. Extended art on IG88, who really in sealed, maybe he sees some legs in draft, but for sealed it's just like go Vader if you're doing red black anyway. Destroyer. Yeah, alright, so Vader so far definitely is just screaming at me to be played. Getting all sorts of stuff to kind of support that. K2SO and a frontline shuttle, which is quite good. You can defeat it and attack with a unit even if it's exhausted. So, nice way to get some extra trade value out of something later on. Did get another red-white in case we wanted to go Luke. The real question is, do we go green or blue with Vader here? Alright, halfway through the packs. Hey, got a Han. Haven't pulled him yet. He might actually be really good. I haven't seen him played and sealed. He might actually be really solid just because he's going to make a quick game quicker with his ability and just you're trying to burn through your hand size anyway. So that could be fun. Let's see. Swamp. Got a blue-black card to make a little bit more of a control-y style. Nice red. Green. Probably aren't going to try to squeeze attack pattern delta in because that double cost is just painful. Got some cunning cards. We got a force choke, tie advance. So it's all in on Vader at this point. Hey, I finally got a chopper. He was the last Spectre card I hadn't had yet. Just a patroller, just a nice generic blue, and an attack pod, which is kind of opening up red-white. Not a ton, not nearly as much as red-black, but it's getting opened up at least. We got a Jin, a fancy chopper base, and then we got V-Wing, Vanquish, so looking really nice in the control for a blue, red, green, white, blue, red, TIE Fighter. I'm just going to stick a Baze. It's not bad. Han. Double Han is making me, what if red, white, yellow? Kind of a thing, because we also got Waylay. So there's going to be some possibilities here. Force Surrender is fine, I guess. Not something that you necessarily want to see in a sealed pool, just because it's not going to put out extreme amounts of work. Alright, last pack. We did pull one legendary from this. We got Black 1, which unfortunately doesn't have any synergies with anything else in the pack because it's Resistance and not Rebel. but still quite a good card, especially if we end up going with Han, actually. Because Han, you're burning through your cards very quickly, and so him on turn 6, just being able to refill your hand would be quite nice. Got a Boba Fett. Got a red base that we don't really care about. Fleet Lieutenant. Tactical Advantage. Security Force. Which I don't think we'll have any legs there. Some card draw. Some Sentinel. Oh, hey, alright. Double Death Star Trooper. It's got to be Vader. It's just calling to us. Oh. No Good to Me Dead, which is fancy. And another Vanquish. So it seems like black-blue is just so very wide open for us here. These are good cards if you were doing that. We did also get Energy Conversion Lab, which is nice. This is not a land I had, or a base I had pulled yet. Gives you 1 free instance of Ambush for a card that costs 6 or less. No, unfortunately, you do not get that on for free. You still have to pay whatever the unit costs. It's not just a free whammy on your opponents. Alright, so 1 legendary, and while there might be something here for a Han deck, because you can go in with Chopper, but I think he was the only Spectre unit that we pulled, so he's not going to be doing tons of work. But it's still a good card. So maybe a Han red-white, just a very limited pool for that, unfortunately, with that being the selection. So, that said, I'm going to go ahead and start toning it down, because I do think that Vader red-blue is going to be the way, because we got a little bit of Sentinel, we got a little bit of removal, and honestly just a bunch of red-black cards, which also pushes us toward it. No Fifth Brother, unfortunately. Fifth Brother would have been great, especially considering getting the Force Throw and Force Choke. Let's see. So, if we just take all of the red cards that I think are playable and all the blue cards that I think are playable with some of those villainy cards, what do we get? Resilience good, and the Suppressor is quite nice. Being able to lay this guy out, just completely suppress everything as a first turn on 8, and then flip Vader if you're able to hold him off for that extra round, so that Vader just kind of has free reign over that, is real nice. And of course, we don't want to forget the takedown, because takedown is really good. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we're not quite at 30 off the rip. And I do think that everything we already have here is playable. All of the, yeah. And I think we actually have a pretty decent curve with the units as well. Because later it doesn't matter quite as much. But early on you want to make sure you hit your curve quite nicely. Let's see. 2 Vanquish and a Takedown is quite nice, along with the Force Choke. Yeah, so we are very likely getting something out round 1 every single time with what we have here. So I'm feeling pretty confident in this selection. A lot of the red units we have are the red-black. As far as pure heroic guys, we only have 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I feel like villainy is also definitely the right call. There is an X-Wing, so 4 to 5. No Agent Callus. If we were just aiming for the rares and stuff, maybe we could have gone the other way. But a solid selection of uncommons, I think, really helps round out, and just having Vader constantly being able to ping for one and do his other work. So at this point, I'd probably just, I think we were 3 cards short in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we need 2 more cards. We can go for the Forced Surrender as just a late game tempo card if we have, like if we draw it late, it's not completely dead. We can do something with it. Otherwise, it's just the very easy card to say, yep, that's going into the resource bin, because holding on to it, it's not a super windmill slam like card you hold on to try to play it, like some of the other things you possibly can do at 6. The Raider being an example. But if we get it, draw 2, make your opponent discard 2 if they're low on cards is still quite good. And at this point, we're kind of just looking at things to fill out the deck anyway. And so, at this point, we're kind of just looking for either resource bait or things that we think we're going to be able to do something with. Oh, here's a blue we forgot. Devotion, 2, restore 2, +1/+1. That is playable enough. So with that, only need 1 more card, and I thought I had seen the generic shuttle. Oh, wait a second. There's all sorts of cards that I just tossed off to the side. I've still got a variety of options to add in here. Oh yeah, we are fine. I don't know why I'm adding green cards. I need the blue cards. It's because I want the green cards. I'm very excited to ramp. That is absolutely going to be my go-to playstyle. It's real good. Alright, so really at this point, I'm even fine swapping out the Forced Surrender, because while we talked about it, at the end of the day, I would much rather play this on 6. Heal 4, shielded 4/6, big butt on the ground, and then Katina Braggart. It's just an annoying card that either your opponent has to waste resources into to be able to deal with him, or he just gets to constantly attack for 2. So that I feel like is a very nice 1-drop. It doesn't synergize with much else. I do like it better than the Jada Agitator because it comes down for 1. There's maybe an argument for the Corellian Freighter instead, because I don't think I have any Sentinel in space. Don't have much Sentinel at all, actually. But we've got a lot of removal that'll hit space, which is nice. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I've added too many cards. So we're going to drop the Underworld Thug, and we're going to drop... Probably want to continue out the curve, so Cargo Juggernaut being our second 6-drop feels fine. We'll drop Katina Braggart. Just won't do much in the late game. He's nice early aggression if you can get him round 1, but you much rather would see a Stormtrooper round 1 so that you can ping something with Vader. Hello, Darth Vader. We're playing with this fancy Judge promo, or not the Judge promo, pre-release promo Vader, who looks real nice and daunting. Not shiny on the other side. I did manage to pull a Vader last night, and I was very happy about it. Alright, so let's see if our curve is just absolutely trash or if we're looking pretty good. Because the general idea is you probably want around 20-ish units. I've done 19 with and found quite a bit of success with that number. Let's see. But the much bigger deal is when your units are coming out. I feel like you don't want a bunch of high drops clogging up your deck. You really do want to be able to have cheap interactions, so even in the late game, insequential drops aren't too much of a thing. They're still going to be valuable plays. Big drop with the AT-AT suppressor. Especially the Death Star Troopers, just having 3 damage, as long as your opponent's not also playing Vader, just having 3 damage on a whim is quite nice. Keep fighting is probably going to be relevant. We don't have a ton of raid abilities that kind of let that be sneaky good. This card's really good with Fifth Brother, who for every damage gets +1 raid specifically, so you're able to attack him because he's only got a base attack of 2 and just swings in for like 5, and then you're able to ready him cheaply. So there's not quite that level of synergy, but just being able to get an extra activation of Death Star Troopers to base is probably worth it. Repair is good, and Resilient, even just keeping that around for Vader to give him an extra 3 health and make his just make him a lot more durable is something that can be backbreaking to an opponent who's like just trying to figure out how to get that exactly, like the last couple damage in, and then you give him +3 and he's got 5 health left, and their plans just go down the drain. Alright, so I think this is my 30 card deck, led by Vader. If you guys have not played this like Kenny, I recommend playing it. It's a lot of fun. I did 3 pre-releases over the last few days, and ended up seeing most of my success with Vader. So I certainly have a bias toward him when building this deck and stuff, but really excited to see where the game goes. Thank you guys for coming in and watching me crack some packs and all that kind of stuff. Excited to see where this game goes and see what FFG is able to do with it. So thank you guys for swinging by. Hope your unlimited pack pools are fantastic. If you are yourself looking for some product, you can go to the guild sponsors, Tritex Games over in the UK or GameChefs.org here in the US. Both of them have plenty of Star Wars Unlimited goodies, and you should be able to use the promo codes with each of those. For Tritex, that will be Tritex GGCP5 at checkout for an extra 5% off, and Game Chefs, it's just Gamers Guild, no spaces, will get you an extra 15% off. So go check them out if you're looking for some more product, because official launch is happening Friday. And